Hi, everyone. Welcome in. Sorry, I just did a shot of bourbon like as the movie was rolling, and I wasn't ready for it because I filled that shot glass up, which was probably a mistake, but it's fine. Welcome in. Hi, KFD Mom. Thank you for the Hydrate Me handlebars. Hi, Chili Pie. Hi, Burger Bun. Hi.
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 Hello.
Hi, everyone else. Welcome in. We're Kentucky Fried Dice. We are in Kentucky, and we like fried foods, and we like dice. So That's it.
You know,
That's the whole. No, I'm Donald. I'm the one half. Jillian there is the other half. She's down below me.
Hi.
And yeah. So we'll start all of our streams with what we call happy news. And today's happy news is close to home, as is posted on our Discord. So here in Lexington, a Wendy's worker performed CPR to save a customer's life.
Awesome.
A 22-year-old student, I guess her name's right in there, Alexandria Cowherd, performed CPR. She's working at Wendy's to help, I think, pay for her schooling, and she is going to school to become a nurse. So she already has that life-saving technique down. She learned CPR as a senior in high school. Got certified and like legit saved this person's life. They don't have the it's not like a victim, but like the person who suffered the medical emergency, I guess is the proper way of phrasing it. Patient.
I don't know.
Is it a patient if it's a Wendy's employee?
Well, he went to the hospital after that, so then he was a patient.
He's a patient. He could have been more patient.
Person in distress.
Person in distress. But yeah, it doesn't mention the person's status or anything, but they made it to the hospital and hopefully they are okay. But awesome work. If y'all are curious, it's the Wendy's out by the interstate near Richmond Road, which I know where that Wendy's is now. I was thinking, I'm like, where is that one? Oh yeah.
That really makes me think, like, I have been CPR certified. I don't think my certification is current, so I need to renew that. But like, I have been certified many times in my life because most of the jobs I have had require it. But like, I would be nervous to do that. So way to go, her. Like, that's awesome.
She gets an air horn.
Absolutely.
That's well. You know what? You know what? 2 air horns.
Hell yeah.
That's it, though. That's all. Only 2.
We talked about this a little bit off stream, but since most of us here on this call, actually, I think all of us on this call in some way celebrate Thanksgiving, I think we should share our favorite Thanksgiving food item. Just for sharing's sake. I'll go first. My favorite is the stuffing, but I actually don't stuff it in the bird. So I guess it's dressing, but I still call it stuffing. And for tomorrow, I'm making cornbread and sausage stuffing, which I'm very excited about. Thank you.
So I was like, yeah, I get to eat that.
I get to eat it.
Mine is also the stuffing, and we are making some at my house over the weekend. It's going to be stuffing waffles, though.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw a recipe on Instagram. I mean, it's not even really a recipe, but it's just an idea. I'm like, I can do that, because it was like alternatives to making a Thanksgiving leftover sandwich that don't involve soggy bread.
But maybe I need that on the side with my leftover stuffing. That's a good idea.
Or you make a sandwich
waffle
using stuffing waffles as your bread.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
But like a breakfast sandwich
yeah.
with stuffing waffles.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Y'all are blowing my mind.
Mine is probably the white people classic green bean casserole.
Oh.
I will
French fried
show up
onions
for some
on
green.
top?
Yes. Oh man. And I like put them in. So yeah, no, I love me some green bean casserole. I can demolish a green bean casserole.
I like the sweet potato casserole, but only when there's like candied pecans on top.
So you don't do marshmallows?
Marshmallows are also good. Sometimes you can have both.
Yeah.
That sounds fancy.
Fancy.
I don't
there's
think
something toasted on top.
Okay. Well, it's toast.
Sure.
Okay.
I missed what happened. What?
Just what if it's toast? He said something toasted on top. Oh, it's just toast.
I don't think that would be good.
Probably wouldn't. I think Tim was just being polite.
I For what?
as he normally is. Like, shut up, let's move on. I don't think mine's just traditional, but my mom always makes broccoli cheese casserole, and that's one of my favorite things.
That's what my mom does. That's
Yeah.
really good. My mom does
Close
Ritz
second.
crackers in hers.
Yeah, it's Ritz crackers, Velveeta, and broccoli. I think that is
Mhm.
it.
Pretty much it. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
good.
Sister-in-laws.
My
Yeah.
favorite Thanksgiving thing growing up was my great grandmother's Reese cupcake.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
that sounds good.
Unfortunately, I've tried to replicate her recipe and have never. It's never been the same.
I feel like we need to make you a celebrity somehow, and then get you as a guest judge on Crime Scene Kitchen and have them remake it so that you can finally really enjoy it again. So let's work to make Ryan a celebrity.
All right,
Hashtag
everyone.
Ryan is a celebrity. Put that in all your tweets.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be trending in no time.
I could become a celebrity. I could just get my tweets verified. Oh wait, I could just do that by paying $8.
Wait, is it still called tweets if it's not Twitter anymore?
Are you Xing?
Yeah, like what's the verb here?
I still don't call it
it's-
X. I just refer to the platform as the artist formerly known as Twitter.
I don't know what you'd call it now. I've ever
I
since.
vote we call it Xting.
Oh, kind of like that.
I think it's officially like it's post. It's posting.
That's boring.
When you retweet, it's reposting.
That's
Ugh.
stupid. Who came up with that?
It's stupid.
The same guy
I think
who
we all know.
decided to rename it X.
Oh, okay. The guy's an idiot.
Yeah, yes.
That guy's a moron.
I'm like, if my family ran a blood diamond mine in South Africa, I'd probably be a billionaire too. But here we are. It's fine. I probably wouldn't. I probably would have given it away because I've been told to by my wife.
Correct.
Which would have been the right decision.
Yes.
Anyway, y'all
But
want to play?
I have a feeling if your family owned a blood diamond mine, we wouldn't be together.
That's probably also a good point.
To be clear.
But like, if my family owned it and I was like, no, I don't want part of that business, then you'd still would have dated me.
Right, but how would we have happened to meet in these circumstances?
I don't know. You're amazing, and I would have just looked for you
Okay.
because you're awesome, and I love you, and you're my person.
I accept that. Thank you.
Okay, this is how it works. It's how dating works. No effort. You just there's just a person out there, and you just happen to run into them at a coffee
You just
shop.
find them like that. Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah, and you rant
Donald.
about coffee being misnamed. Yes, Tim.
Donald's the GM. Whatever he says goes.
Yeah, see, that's how this world works now.
I'm not used to that. Sorry. I'm not used to Donald being in charge.
No, it's a rare treat. Anyway, somebody's reading a recap now, and it's not me. So here we go.
Okay, the recap is being read by me tonight. All right, season 3, episode 14. At the sight of Dragonbane and the Marquess stepping out of the cabin, James attempted to activate the egg, hoping to give the party a fighting chance. However, it didn't activate. It stayed cold and emitted a white smoke. Dragonbane then offered them a deal. They could reveal the location of Dunya's hidden temple, or he would kill them and have them tortured in every afterlife to get that information out of them forcibly. They refused. Chime unleashed the rock bag, trademark, on Dragonbane, and they began to make a run for it. It didn't appear that they'd make it out. Dragonbane and the Marquess launching attacks left and right as the party attempted to run back into the cover of the forest. Out of nowhere, Scar swooped in with an unknown contraption on his arms. He looked to the party yelling, "Run!" and bear-hugged Dragonbane. The two of them disappeared in a flash of purple energy. The Marquess continued to attempt to skewer them alive with their longbow, but the party finally managed to get out of the line of fire and into the forest. The party traveled as long as they could, finally finding Rosa, who was stuck in her owl wild shape. They finally decided to bunk down for the night. During the rest, a fairy dragon appeared, and Karn offered it some candy nuts in return for a peaceful night's rest with a guarantee of no surprise visitors. Come morning, they will continue traveling back to Brownstone with more questions than they started with. And that's where we left off.
Okay. It's the next morning, and you all feel rested. The illusionary terrain starts to fade as all of you wake up and your watches end and goes away, revealing the forest and surrounding you with no sign of your friend from last night. Oh, shoot. Okay. I tried to maximize Zoom so I could see y'all better, but then when I did that, just the way OBS is it's set up currently, it was like, nope. And I'm like, oh, okay, back to looking at you all in smaller versions. It's fine.
Here, I'll get in really close for you. Is Rosa still an owl?
Ooh. Ooh.
Apparently.
No, Rosa changed back after she got some sleep. When she woke up, she changed back into a human. She looks around and she's like, "Hey, are you guys okay?"
Are you okay?
I am now. I just needed some rest.
Okay. I'm fine. I guess. I mean, it's fine as we could be.
I think I'm okay. That might be the best night of sleep I've had in months.
Seriously, better than at Howard Duck Inn? I sleep pretty good there.
Maybe it was just the fact that we knew we were being protected by a little dragon, by a little fairy dragon. I mean, that brings some peace of mind. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah. Interesting little guy.
I'm also good. Hey, you said you feel all right now. What happened?
It's a long story. I don't know if we have time to get into all of that, but I'm okay. I'm back. I'm sorry that I was not with you all.
I'm just glad you're all right.
Me too.
Is that a I don't know what happened. Just curious. Okay. All right. You guys ready for Brownstone?
I am.
Also, yeah. Well, Rosa will catch you up on the way.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right, let's go.
So like, I'm just gonna. It is the. Can I still sense the brand?
You can.
By the way, I think we were using it slightly incorrectly. I know the direction, but not the distance.
Okay. Direction is east.
Okay. Like where we came from.
Yes.
Cool. I'm good with that.
Okay.
James, how's the egg? Have we checked that out since we escaped?
We have not. I might get that out.
Okay.
Does it look normal?
Yeah. Looks totally normal.
I don't want to bother Dunya right now. I don't know if she would even answer. So let's just head back to Brownstone.
Well, here, hold on. Let me. Can I pick it up?
Sure.
Okay, I pick it up and I'm just gonna shake it really hard.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Tim, you
Any
sound quite a
noise
bit
or-
quieter than everyone. Just so you
I
know.
do.
No, Tim does.
How's that?
That's better. Yeah.
Better.
That's better.
Sorry. Didn't move my mic all the way back.
Are there any like noises from it? Does anything rattle inside? Is it hollow? Is it solid?
It
Can you
feels
tell
solid.
what
Yeah.
Christmas presents are hidden in?
it feels solid. Nothing rattles. It's just like a solid decorative egg.
Okay. I'm gonna knock on the side and then put it to my ear hole. You know.
Like listening for the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Nothing. No sounds.
Well, I've done all I can do. I'm gonna toss it back to James.
Thanks.
No
Find
problem.
anything? Didn't learn anything?
No.
Got it. Okay. So
It's solid.
Mostep was able to tell us something. Maybe he can tell us more or something. Maybe
Or has
I'll reach out to Dunya
resources.
if he doesn't have any thoughts, but I kind of don't want to just like she did not seem to answer before, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, head just start going back at a as a like a moderate pace. Like, we're not wasting time, but we're not killing
Not rushing.
ourselves.
Okay. It's probably took you a full day to get out there. You ran for a while and went till like you were exhausted. So, and you're leaving again. I'd say morning. Probably not like super early in the morning, but morning. So I'm gonna think you're probably gonna get there like afternoon, probably like mid-afternoon. By the time you make it, like can see Brownstone and make it through the gates into the city proper.
Mhm.
Then you're headed to the Flock and Key.
Yeah.
Unless
I mean,
someone else.
Okay. Same usual, your dwarf and gnome friend. Just more or less give you head nods as you walk in at this point, and if you hesitate even the slightest bit, they just nod towards the door. Both are mostly working on some type of locks or keys or something.
whatever you do there.
Not too sure. You aren't looking into too much.
We're not gonna ask some questions about the tumblers and the locks.
No, we are not.
No.
Mostep is actually with Grass Whistle. He's having Grass Whistle recite some kings of a kingdom that was from the old world. Just talking about that nobility and reciting it and identifying heraldry and that kind of stuff. And Mostep looks over as you all walk in, and he gets a smile across his face, seeing you all, and looks to Grass Whistle and says, you head on upstairs now, and you review that on your own. Looks like we have something to talk about. But of course, Grass Whistle, go ahead and see your mother." And Grass Whistle runs over to you and gives you a big hug around your waist and squeezes real tight. And just like looks to the rest of you, a little shy, gives you all nods.
It's okay.
It just looks at you and like smiles and gives you like another big hug, and like wraps his arms around your waist and takes a little pile of books and waves back to everybody and scurries upstairs. Mostep sits down and motions for y'all to do the same in his like seating area that you all are very familiar with at this point. Can I offer you all a drink or anything? I know it's a appropriate time for a drink.
Not for me today.
I'll take one.
I'll take one too.
Definitely.
Very well. And he pulls out that usual bottle of the dark liquor that he gets and pours you all a relatively small amount, and then it kind of looks at all of you and then pours a bit more in all three glasses and hands them to you, and takes a seat. Well, my lovelies, didn't expect to see you back so soon. What do I owe the pleasure?
Hang on. I'm gonna actually walk over to the door and see if Grass Whistle's hanging out in the stairwell.
He is not.
Okay. Any objections to catching Mostep up on everything?
Nope.
Nope.
We catch Mostep up on everything. Okay, so do you have any more of those? Like, can you tell us anything else about the egg? Is there? Do you have any more scrolls, or do you have buddies? Anything?
I probably have a little something that might be able to help, but I think the important thing to know is, what is it you want to know?
Is it dead, or was it temporarily not working?
Are we
Yeah, I guess the main
doing
question for
wrong?
me is why.
Sorry, go ahead, Karn.
Oh no. Basically, is it non-functional, or did we do something wrong?
Do you think you did something wrong? Is there a sign that you have been given other than the egg not working? For it seemed to me that Dragonbane, as per your recap that you told me, told you that Dunya was weakened. Do you have reason to believe that Dragonbane was not telling the truth in this regard?
Well, I mean, we more or less kind of took it as, oh, hey, he's bloviating. Just kind of trying to be grandiose when he had us on the ropes.
I didn't want to jump to any conclusions.
I kind of thought that the power came from the egg itself and not like channeled actively through Dunya or I don't know, whoever's, I guess Dunya.
Sure, I can see that being a point. My only thought with that would be, since Dunya seems to be actively choosing the champions, she must be providing some sort of energy, which makes me think this is more of a conduit or a focus, perhaps. And then maybe her energy comes into the egg and then spreads itself out amongst those she deems worthy and punishes those who she deems not. But I see your point, and I think your questions and concerns are, of course, more than valid. But yes, I believe I have a little something, as they might say, to discover this mystery. I'll of course have to contact a resourceful friend to get whatever components I might need, but I should be able to have an answer for you within the next day or so. I'm sure this is of the utmost importance, and you are in quite a hurry.
Always.
It's better sooner than later.
Of course. Well, if one of you would like to leave the egg in my charge, I could begin that, and if you wish to stay here with
I
it.
think I would have taken it out during the conversation.
Okay.
So it's just on the not that you would have known that, but I think I would have taken it out during that conversation, and so I'll just leave it on the table. The only request I have is that, as few people see this as possible.
Well, then I shall put that in my private room for now, as I kind of looks at Chime. No one has been in there other than me in quite a while.
Okay.
Rosa raises her eyebrows at Chime and it's like,
I raise my non-existent eyebrows back.
So,
Arn kind of takes a deep drink.
Oh.
Mostep, how are you? How have things been here?
The city is doing rather well. The Flocking Key has been rather prosperous with this new construction and prosperity found in Brownstone. Many buildings need to be secured, and many are willing to pay a premium price to ensure their security at all times.
Nothing like exploded or went wrong while we were gone.
Oh, not a thing. No, it's been rather peaceful, I must say. Hi, DC Sensei. Welcome in, my friend, and I hope you also have a fantastic Thanksgiving. Thanks for stopping by.
Well, I mean, that's something. Nothing exploded. Everything was peaceful. He hasn't given you too much trouble, has he?
Oh, Grass Whistle has been an absolute delight. That boy's mind is like a sponge, always wanting to learn. He will be a powerful man someday.
That's weird to think about.
Perhaps he'll choose another path. It is not set for him, but he has greatness in him. I'm certain he got it from his parents.
Maybe. Gosh, is there anything else? I'm speaking of the party. Is there anything else we need to do here?
I don't
Specifically
think
the
so.
Flocking Key. No, maybe.
I'm gonna turn to Mostep and say, hey, while you, as you're out, if you run into any of your contacts that are involved with like our defensive systems and things like that, just make sure everybody is like not slacking off, because I don't know, I feel like things might pick up again soon, and I don't want the city to be caught off guard.
I appreciate your concern, and I will ensure that our diligence remains at a all-time high. Is the specific threat in particular you're concerned about?
Not yet.
I mean, we don't know where Dragonbane and Scars went off to, so I guess that's really the main issue.
That is concerning, not knowing whether or not they are on this very plane of existence or off elsewhere. Or if they've been together. You made it sound like Skaz's actions were unexpected by Dragonbane. Is that correct?
They were unexpected by pretty much everyone.
I would also consider that perhaps those two are at odds, and they might not be together at this point. I think there are many possibilities that you must consider for what has happened to all of you recently. Sometimes I believe it helps just to talk things through. Just saying it out loud might lead you to new moments of inspiration.
It's a good reminder that we all start with inspiration at the beginning of every session.
Do you think that we should go visit Professor Dayro, see if what they did was similar to what we do with teleportation?
Yeah, that's a good idea. We can also see if how she's doing with the anchor point.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Mostep, you need anything while we're out?
No, I have everything I could ever need in this very room.
But I'm leaving in a minute.
Oh, I know.
And then you
I'm
won't
gonna
have
punch
everything you
James
need
in the
anymore.
shoulder.
Oh, and my dear tiefling, my heart will follow you as you make your way through that very threshold.
Oh, you.
Well, it has been a pleasure, of course. The door is always open for any of you. And as soon as I discover information on this egg, I will send for you. But of course, you are more than welcome to spend any amount of time you wish here.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Me.
as always. All right, head to the university.
All right. It's a beautiful sunny day in Brownstone, and the walk is very pleasant. The ocean breeze coming in, bringing in the smells of the sea itself. Several street peddlers, even more than before. It seems like the street peddlers are kind of giving the city its identity, even more so. Where they're set up almost every corner now with little tents selling just a variety of trinkets or snacks or something along those lines. And very few people are hawking their goods. They're not like yelling a lot. Usually they're able to get enough business just by people walking up to them with the sells and the smells and the sights, the shininess of the baubles that they're selling or whatever handcrafted goods they might have.
I'm
The university-
totally gonna get some candied nuts and some sweets and just
Learning a
keep them in
valuable
my
lesson.
bag. Anytime we go through that forest, I'm dropping those off.
Farn is definitely picking up more candied nuts, stuffing them in his pack, but then taking one sleeve and very nonchalantly stuffing it back in his boot.
God.
Boot nuts.
Boot nuts.
Boat nuts.
Hey, you have rock bag. I have boot nuts.
I don't have rock bag anymore.
Gotta go buy
Are you
more
gonna
pea gravel.
This rock
Are
bag.
you gonna refill rock bag?
I think so. I think I will be refilling rock bag off screen at some point. Not this exact moment.
Right now.
At this moment, I'm probably going to be looking at whatever's
We're going to
shiny
talk
while
to
they're
the
getting their
professor.
nuts.
We're going to talk to the professor. Chime is going to go to the nearest gravel pit and just start scooping.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I
As
help you?
one
No,
does.
thanks.
I'm good. I've got what I need right here.
It's taking about 40 pounds of pea gravel. Don't worry about it.
What if it's one of those that you like pay by the pound and you're scooping it into the haversack, and when you put it up there, it just weighs the
Weighs
same amount as
nothing.
the haversack?
You know what would be great is like, you know how in the gift shops they have those like little gemstone rocks? You could just do that. You could really just do that. Just fill it up with one of those.
It'd be a lot more expensive.
They're
though.
shiny rocks then.
While
It's
Chime's
expensive.
doing that, an old-timey prospector is just panning through gravel beside her.
Right.
Yes, the old timey
Yeah.
prospector is named Sourdough Sam. Just so we're all clear.
Anyway, I'm looking at shiny stuff while they're getting nuts.
Okay.
Got my nuts.
There's just like
Come on.
baubles, like
Get nuts.
polished stones on strings. Very few like uses any type of like precious metal. There's probably some like copper and brass work. Maybe like a tiny like little silver necklace, but very few things use any like anything that's like truly valuable.
Mhm.
It's all very nice though, high quality, shop local.
Do you have any sandcast like pewter figurines?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Hey, those are cool.
Is there a booth called Brownstone Kicks Ass?
Absolutely, and it also has the meth bugbear on display.
Oh, God. Oh no.
There's no teeth. Really skinny. Just wild eyes.
Clutching some copper coils. And
Well, it's a bugbear, so it's got like 30 eyes.
Well, bugbears
All
just
of
have.
the pupils are super dilated.
Bugbears have.
They just have 2 eyes.
I'm just kidding. I'm making a bug joke. I'm sorry. It was a bad joke. I failed my nerd cred.
You know what? You still get you get a laugh track. Yeah. So y'all can kind of spend, I mean, whatever you really want on if you buy any baubles or if you buy nuts and stuff. Like, use your own judgment on how much you spend. It's totally fine. I'm not going to worry about it too much, or at all. All right.
I don't think I'm getting anything. I'm ready to go.
I figured I bought a couple silver worth.
Sure.
I'm happy with my assortment of candied nuts that I purchased.
Excellent. Is Rosa buying anything?
No.
Rosa good. Okay. Off to university then. And the
stuff like Fantasy Buckies.
I bet Rosa's like looking at this stuff. It's like there's just like sugar cane like right there. I just like got it. All you have to do is just like slice it and chew on it. That's it. Why are you paying money for what you can get right outside these
I mean,
walls?
Rosa does like the nuts, but she's good for today.
sugar cane's also just delicious.
You know, surprisingly, no nuts at Captain D&D's.
Yeah, there's they're cognizant of nut allergies. Also mostly fish. I don't know how sweet nuts and
Everything's just fried
fried
in
fish.
vanilla oil.
Also
Yeah.
consider the owners.
How do I not have set up? How do I not have that ready? That was good. That was good.
Thank
You're gonna get a laugh track though.
That's the joke I was making.
Well-
Better.
There's no nuts at the Captain D&D's.
For a good reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chime, for picking up on that.
You're welcome.
Little slow
The only
today.
nuts and Captain D's are when we wander in.
God.
We're really fixated on nuts right now. Do we need to just all talk about nuts real quick and then we can move on? You know,
I'm
nut
good.
jokes. Nut jokes.
Got nothing for you.
Nuttin'.
It-
Nothing. Nothing, honey.
I'm sure we could make more, but for the sake of us, for the sake of the stream, let's continue.
I would expect
right.
one more joke from Chime, but she just doesn't have the stones yet.
All right. All right. So to the university, the central, with the knowledge district, the central tower, which is now probably getting complete. Like it's they're getting there. They're getting there, making some good progress. You hear clanking and stuff coming from Professor Darrow's office. Door is shut as always. You hear a pause in the clanking as you knock on the door, followed by
Come in.
Oh, I open the door and go in.
the office is the usual like mess. Several projects being worked on, but the most central and prominent is the anchor point. You're well aware. They should describe what the anchor point looks like and how they work. And it's some gold and some other materials, and she's taking like a small magically powered torch, it looks like, and kind of adding some extra pieces to the base by melting the gold and fixing them on in. I know that's not how it's probably really done by jewelers, but I don't know how jewelry works, so it's fine.
I'm just imagining a fantasy arc welder.
I mean, probably a little smaller. It's probably closer to like a butane torch that you'd use to like for creme brulee or something.
A soldering
But-
torch.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, but like a little, like actually have a little flame coming out.
Cast the tiniest fireball with it.
Yeah, exactly.
We get a baby one.
I don't care how big the joint is. I cast fireball.
The room's only 10 feet.
It's the tiniest of little flame flame jets.
Just a cute little fireball, little baby fireball. She like has you come in and she's still working on it. She said hello and is still kind of working.
How goes it, Professor?
Good. Okay. We're working on this anchor plate, and once we do that, Meatball has given the specifications, and it seems like he is able to. He's built a second contraption, maybe not as powerful. He says it doesn't work for interplanar travel, but he'll be able to make it back to Brownstone. We're hoping in a couple of days, and I get this complete. So what can I do for you all?
Chime?
Did you pick up on any kind of like teleportation the last couple days?
I did. It seemed like it was yesterday. Maybe a little longer than that. Everything's kind of a blur. I don't think I've slept in a while. Oh, I could really use some type of like energy drink or something. Oh, maybe I'll get something after this. But yes, it was, seemed like it was a couple of miles to the east. I don't know, near the coast. It was sudden and it seemed more, what's the word I'm looking for? Less refined, perhaps a little more unstable than a lot of teleportations I've seen before. No, they went far to the west, still on this continent. But, yeah, far to the west. I don't know what's out there exactly. But definitely that direction.
Would we know what's out in the west?
West is the way you went with the Yuan Ti. That is heavier jungle and more. That's the direction you went when you met them.
Ooh.
Wait, ooh. What does ooh mean?
There is something very, very dangerous and very, very evil out that way, and a little concerning that because we know it was Dragonbane, and it's a little concerning that evil number 1 is now that close to evil number 2.
That is concerning. Okay. Well, I guess sleep is only like recommended today every 36 to 48 hours, so I can probably keep working on this and get Meatball here, but okay. But once Meatball's here, what's the plan? Okay.
We have a plan after me.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm a woman of science. I am smart, and it is my destiny to assist you in saving the world. Even though I don't believe in destiny because that kind of takes over free will from this. And I'm a huge believer that we all have free will, but that's beside the point. In this case, destiny is good, and it is going to help me. You made me feel better about Kevin, and for that, I owe you quite a bit.
But remember, you can't help us save the world if you don't take care of yourself. If you need to sleep, you need to sleep.
Please
We
go
all
to
got good sleep last night so that we can do things now. If you need to sleep, sleep.
Please sleep.
Okay, but what are we doing? That's what I need to know.
We're figuring that out. You can go. We are making the plan. You are sleeping.
But you don't have a plan. So I can't sleep thinking that the people gotta save the world don't have a plan.
Our plan
But-
is to make a plan.
Also, I'm looking around the clutter of her office. Guys, I don't even, with all the crap in here, I don't even know if there is a bed in here.
Does she live here?
No, I don't. I mean, define live here.
Okay. Do you sleep here?
Sometimes.
Do
More
you
than
have a
you sleep
separate
at home.
place? do you have a separate area that you pay money for that you occasionally visit, sometimes to sleep?
I can say yes to most of those. The university provides me housing as part of my employment. I have a small room here. It's not in the tower. The tower is for research only, as it would be dangerous for people to be sleeping or living in a place where there's potential explosions and dangerous experiments happening. But there's a couple buildings away. I have a perfectly good place to sleep, but I just think it's really important that we come up with a plan together. I get a sense that it's just not gonna happen, and I just worry. Like, wow. Okay, you're right.
Look,
You're the heroes.
You okay?
And I
I
sleep.
know it. I know it feels like things. It feels like you have no idea where things are going, and that's because you don't. It's totally fine. We have a lot more information about the things that we need to plan for. You have a lot more information about the things you need to plan for. We have no idea what you're doing. We don't know what your plan is. That doesn't, and that's okay.
Okay. My thought is, at least how I can help. And I know you're not gonna like this, but at least hear me out. When Meatball's here, we can really work on my catching system, which is all that anchor points really are, but anchor points are like a voluntary catching system. Like if I threw a ball at you and you chose to catch it, and the ball wanted to be there, and the ball chose to be in your glove, right? So that's Meatball's like anchor system. But the one I've developed would involuntarily take that ball out of the sky. The ball doesn't want to be there. It's not its destination. It's confused. It hates it. And the ball goes from the size of a cantaloupe in terms of like its mass and energy down to the size of a orange, or I don't know, something like that. It just makes it not fully itself. So if we know Dragonbane can teleport, why don't we choose the battleground? And we wait for the teleport, because I've only seen you all teleport, and I've seen what I believe to be Dragonbane teleport. So if we can just wait for the next time he teleports, and we catch him, then he'll be weaker, and you all can do your hero thing, and I can hide behind a rock and, I don't know, celebrate with you afterwards. What do you think?
Confident are you that that's how it would work?
Well, right now, I have a theory. In order to prove this theory, I need to run experiments. But I have been strongly discouraged from running experiments. So, I was gonna propose another experiment. Meatball and I can communicate. So if he can tell me exactly when he's planning on teleporting, I don't have to finish this anchor play. And I will know when he is going to teleport. It doesn't matter where he goes, but I can catch him. And then we'll get a better idea of how much he's weakened, if he's even weakened at all. Maybe it was just a big party for you all, but I feel like that's something, right? It's a way I can help, and I just want to help.
I mean, we weren't injured by it.
Yeah, I mean,
I kind of felt like garbage afterwards, though, so.
But if we can quantify the amount you're weakened, I don't know,
Yeah.
if he's so strong, we have to do something, right?
I mean, it makes sense.
I'm okay with it if you and Meatball are okay with it.
I'm okay with it. I mean, honestly, Chime, how much of that feeling like garbage could have just been celebrating we were doing the night before?
Who
Oh,
knows?
so you're all okay with it?
Yes, but I think you should sleep on it. because ideas get better once you sleep.
Well, here's the thing.
You hear a door open off to the side. A small figure walks out. Hey guys. How are you all?
Hey.
Hey, Meatball.
Professor Dayro has a very ashamed look on her face.
And I think that's my cue to go back and get some sleep towel.
You are ordered to go get some sleep.
Okay.
Hey, Professor. Good job.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And she makes her way out the door, and you hear her footsteps going down the stairs. And Meatball kind of has a sheepish grin on his face, and has his hands behind his back. And so you guys aren't mad, right? I kind of encouraged her. You know, with science, it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission sometimes.
I get it. We just didn't want her to catch Dragonbane because she didn't know who was coming or who was teleporting or anything like that.
No, of course. I took every precaution.
Yeah.
We coordinated it down to as far as we can tell the exact 10th of a second, using our matching chronometers. And he holds up his wrist and has a little, very slowly ticking, only seconds hand around his wrist. Yeah, we did great.
And
So,
did it seem to weaken you?
So I took some notes. I've been dabbling in magic just a little bit, so I wanted to just take a look and see. Yeah, I know you look surprised, but I'm a man of adding mechanical energy and magical energy is just. I think that's the future. That's where we need to go. It's sustainable, it's renewable, and that's the way that the world is going to be in the future. But so yeah, as part of my training and tinkering and experimentation, I was able to at least make an effort to keep track of what I'm able to do. But I wasn't able to cast some of my more powerful spells that I've learned more recently. It does seem like I was definitely weakened, and I did sleep for a while as well. And I wasn't partying the night before. I can absolutely promise you that. Those dwarves up there in Handlebar Mines have been rather dour recently, let me tell you.
I mean, for new
Because they're out of
reasons or for
booze?
old reasons?
I mean, a combination of the two, probably.
Well, what's the new reasons?
I mean, they're still they're not making anything. They're not mining. They're just up there, kind of isolated. Their trade town was taken over and mostly destroyed. And
Those are all old
they're
reasons.
they're
Yeah,
dwarves.
They were kind of surly in the first place.
Okay, well, I don't know.
How
Well,
are you?
let me ask you this, Meatball. Was there anyone non-surly there? A guy who's just exuberant, just honest to a fault.
No.
Oh. Oh well, too
That
bad.
is disappointing. But anyways, proceed.
Oh, no, I remember what you're going for now, but no, honest Dan.
How are you?
I mean, I'm fine. I'm back in Brownstone. It's way more civilized than those mines.
What happened in the mines since we've been gone?
The dwarves have been starting to attempt to rebuild. They're mining again. They're getting their strength back. I think they're probably gonna work on building themselves some weapons, and we're gonna communicate and have some volunteers from Brownstone go up there and attempt to clear out whatever knolls are left. And they're gonna reclaim Handlebar Mines and continue trading. But I think that's still a little ways away. I guess some rumors have made it out around the world about the impending end of the world due to some maniacal dragonborn who is fighting off all the gods and has killed several gods, and very few gods are responding to anything. And so, a lot of stuff kind of seems like maybe it's on the back burner until that's taken care of.
Yeah, we're working on that.
That is a concern.
Yeah. Okay, so
Did
what
they
can I do to
get
help?
More of those little gems.
Oh, yeah. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out 3 of them and says, these are for you. They do have more. It seems like there was a pretty good vein of them a little deeper down. So, potentially this could be a new type of travel we have unlocked for all of the people. So, gonna need fuel for it. But my concern, of course, is that this is not renewable fuel. These are rocks in the ground, and but we'll have to deal with that when we can. For now,
So these are actually used as currency on the Earth plane.
Wow. Well, I'll be a halfling's uncle. Oh no, sorry, Rosa. No offense meant.
Yeah, the inhabitants of the Earth plane were a little weirded out with the fact that we were willingly burning these things out.
Wait,
Yeah,
has
teleport.
Rosa ever met Meatball?
No.
Yeah, she has.
In the mine.
She was with us when
She was
we
in the
got
mines.
into the mines.
That's right. You joined us on the. That's right.
Yeah.
On the way through the second. That's right. I forgot that on the second time you were already with us.
Mhm.
I just remember that. No, I don't just remember. I mainly remember that first trip that took a couple of sessions.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't there for that one.
Yeah, that was.
So our device is like a box thing, right?
I mean, I'll get it out. I'll set it up.
So, what does Dragonbane's look like?
So I made him a box at one point. But he was mentioning that he had an ally at the time that could perhaps channel better energy and reuse. I didn't really understand what he was talking about. But I ended up also making him these like sleeves that would channel magical energy from other beings that were already magical in nature. And basically what it does is if certain creatures are able to transport through the planes on their own, different planar creatures, it's able to channel that. And if they are able to grab onto other creatures, they have a bit more control over not only what plane they're going to, but also location on our plane. So it channels their actual inner ability and inner magic instead of burning through the stones. Now, we could try to do that with some of you all, but I don't think you have the magical capacity, and it might burn you out. And by burn you out, I mean combust you into fire, and you would basically be a candle.
Hmm.
Gonna
should
make a
avoid that.
private link with Karn. I thought your dad was like not a celestial anymore.
Yeah, that's
If he's like us, I mean, do you have any kind of? Oh, he's your dad.
I mean, I don't know if it's like residual energy that he might still have in him. I don't know. Maybe he's figured out a way to access it somehow. I don't know. I didn't get to use my celestial powers long enough to really figure out how to do much of anything with them.
That is weird. That is weird. Meatball, you said that they have to be able to already move between planes.
At least to an extent, or I don't know how to like really get this. So like inside of us, we all have okay, like how can I really explain this? So our blood has different amounts of magic already built into it. Does that make sense? Okay, by the
No.
look on your face.
Surprisingly, yes.
Oh, okay, great. So like a squirrel, you find a squirrel out in the world, and that squirrel has next to no magic, right? Like, it's just a squirrel. It's not a super smart thing. It really loves nuts. They climb in trees. They have bushy tails, and they are just so daggone cute. And I just love them. But they are not magic, right? Okay, and then you have like, oh, we'll just throw something out there, like a goblin, like a dirty, stinking goblin. Now, even amongst different goblins, they have different attunements to magic. If you've really studied magic and have that coursing through your veins, you're going to have a little more magic than like a goblin that doesn't know how to use magic. But a goblin, even though it's a dirty, stinky creature, it thinks. And it seems like thinking maybe imbues our blood with more magic. So then like there's other things. So the more powerful with magic, like the more magic you have in your blood. I don't think I'm using the quite technical terms. It's maybe power, but magic, or, midi-chlorians. I don't know. Anything like that totally works. Okay. So then there's other creatures. So creatures maybe that are on other planes or typically travel through planes, or maybe like big magic creatures like dragons. They have even more magic in their blood. So it kind of pulls on that and uses that to transport. Now, my understanding would be that using that energy, while it is renewable and will come back, will again temporarily weaken whoever is transporting them, because it's tapping into that magic power they have inside of them. So really, it's more efficient than using the stones, because that's a renewable energy. Really, if we could make it more efficient, there's nothing stopping anyone else from using it. I could probably make it for squirrels if I made it more efficient. He gets out, like, he turns to a desk page and starts writing down, like, make transportation device for squirrels.
Meatball, based on what you've seen with these sleeves, any way to tell how much magic someone would have to use, or any particular kind of magic to be able to teleport with those things?
Well, it would depend on where they're going, the distance traveled, perhaps if certain planes are maybe more receptive to visitors than others, that would have something to do with it. But really, I don't know how to quantify that with a actual answer. I think it depends on the creature and the distance. Do you have a example in mind you'd like to share with me?
How about scars?
Yeah. Say I'm gonna draw like a really crude map on a page form. Say right about here is where we encountered the teleport. And we're assuming, based on what Professor Dayro told us, and I point to the western end of my crudely drawn map, be about that distance.
Well, it would require a good amount of power. As we've discussed before, this continent itself seems to be resistant to teleportation magic, so you already have a little bit to overcome there. It would be like trying to swim in the water really fast. You can run really fast, but that water is providing extra resistance, or trying to run uphill in a wind. Like, it's just difficult to do, but, it can be done. It'll make you really tired afterwards, though. Except squirrels. They're really good at running up hills. And the wind doesn't bother them too much because they're low to the ground.
Anyways.
Look, I've been underground for the last several months, and I did not realize how much I miss squirrels, okay? So, depending on the creature, I would say a substantial amount of magical energy would be consumed. Okay. Would you like me to make up a unit to tell you?
No, but
maybe like
a celestial who is no longer a celestial because he got rid of his wings.
I love that we're asking Meatball to scientifically quantify a god.
Maybe also turns into a rat sometimes.
Oh.
Has the additional power of being a really crappy dad.
Super crappy.
Okay. So former celestial being. Do we know what level of celestial being? They have different, I guess, tiers. Like there's different power levels of these beings. But anyway, I guess that's not super important. Looks for like a scrap of paper and gets like a quill and starts like writing down a formula to kind of figure this out. Okay. So that's approximately, where's the distance down? The resistance. Okay. We're now look at this. Okay. Oh, okay. Carry that. And you said he could turn into a rat?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Didn't you say you built these for one person in mind already? Did Dragonbane tell you who it was for?
He didn't. He gave me dimensions and kind of a crude mold of some arms, and they were pretty strong arms. They were ripped, but that's fine.
Are out of character. Are Scar's arms like ripped? Is that something we would have noticed?
Yeah, he's pretty ripped.
Okay.
Wait, I mean,
Sure.
you were the one who drew the pinup picture.
Okay, but I'm sorry. I didn't get a specific note from Donald saying make the forearms beefy.
I mean, they're already beefy. You made them beefy.
I mean,
That pinup
They're
calendar's
an
canon.
appropriate amount of beefy.
Like pinup
it's
calendar
canon.
is canon. So
Donald's notes are just scars equal jacked arms.
I think I remember asking on a scale of 1 to 10, with like 10 being Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime, where does he land? And I think you told me like 7.
Yeah, that's pretty damn ripped. Arnold Schwarzenegger in his
ripped.
prime, like Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime,
Yeah.
it was like a cartoon.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. That was
that man was just muscle.
He was. And now he's like more reasonable and old. So that's
So what
fine.
we're saying is Scars has arm gains for days.
Yeah.
Apparently Scars specifically focuses on his beefy forearms. I
Well,
guess.
like Arnold Schwarzenegger is like not a realistic like body type for hardly anyone. Like that is
right, that's why it was 10.
Yeah, that's 10. That's constant at the gym. Like Scars is definitely like a gym bro. Like, and you know,
Okay.
yeah.
We're gonna
he's a
assume
gym
that,
rat.
we're gonna assume that Scars hasn't been using any anabolic steroids like Arnold back in his heyday.
Right. He's probably a little roided up. Let's Scars has definitely got a little something. Oh, but anyway, like a rat or like a were rat. Oh,
Where-
well, okay. Lycanthropy actually adds to the magic in your blood as it's a form of magical curse in some way. So that would only be able to assist him. Okay. Okay. Yeah. It's that's definitely doable. He would have needed to, at some point been a relatively powerful celestial. Not like top tier, but yeah, up there. To make this work. But yeah. Now it would depending on the overall, he'd probably be pretty weak afterwards. But yeah, doable, completely doable.
Interesting.
Oh.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
So
Okay.
these things could be powered by residual magic left in a celestial that's been cast down to immortal form.
Potentially, it'd be difficult. I just well, maybe. Are you sure he's completely mortal?
I mean, the way he talks, you would think he doesn't have anything from his old life left, but at the same time, I don't
He's
know.
also a lying bitch.
Well, that's kind of what I was getting to. Thank you, John.
No problem. Still hate him. I still hate your dad.
Well, I would just take that into consideration. I would, by this calculation, he would need a substantial amount of residual energy left in him, but a being itself would have no problems. Even some problems. He'd be tired and weakened and likely need to rest for a bit, but should be able to. But lycanthropy by itself, not nearly enough to power this.
Okay.
Cool.
It's
Okay,
so good to see you all.
No,
Good to see you too.
I was waiting to see if anyone else had any questions about scars or the arm porters.
I mean,
No?
I mean, I'm assuming Karn couldn't because he wasn't like a celestial being. He was an ASMR and isn't an ace. Are you, Karn? Are you still? I don't know what you consider yourself.
I'm just Karn. I am Karnuff.
Fair enough, friend. Fair enough.
I guess the reason I was asking is because, I mean, I was at least part celestial, and apparently I have a crap ton of magic just in my blood in the first place. So I guess I was just curious as to whether we could possibly have something like what Scars and Dragonbane have, but I don't know. Just thinking out loud.
Oh,
Yeah, that was my thought as well.
oh, I can certainly, well, I don't know how to ask this any other way, but can I have some of your blood?
A little bit. I might have to use a lot of that. So
I mean, I won't cook with it.
What?
Just in case you were curious, I'm not going to cook with it.
That's not something I was thinking.
Strange.
Now it's something
I
I'm thinking
hope
of.
not.
strange that you just kind of said that without any provocation. But
Well, you've all seemed concerned. I didn't know what you were concerned. Anyway, y'all are making this really weird.
If you're
yeah.
doing magic potency blood tests, can I get in on that too? I have no idea how much a tiefling would get.
Yeah, sure. We can do that.
I mean, I'm kind of curious too whether there's anything residual left in me, or if this is all just inherited magic from my mom.
Yeah, let me get he looks around the Presidero's office and sees a couple of vials off to the side, and grabs them and looks around some more. And anybody have a knife?
I do.
Yeah, could you cut their palms?
Does it have to be the palm? I feel like that's a hurty spot.
Can I just poke the end of my finger?
Well, I need more
No.
blood than that.
How much?
I don't probably
How much of that vial?
he point like the vial's like that big, and he's like up to like there.
God.
Oh,
Ugh.
Yeah, I know, but it's part of the PPE and me test to check. That's if anyone gets that joke, super big props. No, what
The what?
I get the
PP
23 in me, but
PPE and me. You will not get that joke. It is from a different RPG system that I don't think any of you have played. Palladium or Rifts. Yeah.
I mean, it's been a long time since I've read the Palladium stuff, but
PPE is your magic source in that system. It's potential psychic energy or something, psionic energy. Just deep cut.
nerd.
Yeah, say a nerd to a DM is like the most insulting thing you can say.
Oh my gosh, Donald,
it's a
why
human
aren't you
insult.
wearing your glasses? They gotta see them.
Because it hurts
Bigger
to wear them
glasses.
with headphones, but okay.
Yeah, I will say it does suck to wear.
Yes, it
Glasses
does.
with
I
headphones.
agree. That's
But
why I
if
don't usually wear my
if it
headphones.
makes Jillian happy,
Just
uh,
let him see. It gives you more nerd cred, honey. He looks
I don't
so
need
cute.
more
Nerd
nerd
cred?
cred. Hang on.
We love nerd cred around here. Oh.
Oh God, now I can't get this back on. Are you happy?
Yeah.
They're already dirty again somehow. I was just cleaning them a second ago and they're dirty again.
Welcome to the life of
This is
glasses
stupid.
users.
Yeah.
I had to teach him all about cleaning his glasses.
Well, especially
You
if
don't have
you've
to
got,
keep them
like,
on if it
just the
hurts.
plastic blue light blockers. It seems like those attract dust and fingerprints even worse than.
I think that's it. I
prescription
got
glasses.
the moderate blue light blockers. I didn't get the extreme, and they do seem like they're helping a lot with my workday. Like I'm not getting headaches as often, but
Good.
yeah,
And he looks so cute.
we'll have to clean them again before I put them back in their case. So
Good idea.
I don't like it.
While you guys draw blood, I'm gonna get myself some water. Donald, do you need some?
Nah, I got like half a
Okay, I'll
cup.
be right back.
Do you all want me to cut you, or do you
Thanks,
just
sweet
want the knife?
handlebars.
What was the question?
Do you just want me to give you the knife?
I mean, I've got a needle.
But you need. Okay, Karn, do you just want my knife, or
I'm just gonna.
you want to like rub it
that
off on
is-
my pants or something if you're concerned about germs?
This
Do
is
we know what
D&D.
germs are?
Don't
We don't know what
exist.
germs are.
Germs
sort
is
of-
just dirt magic.
Dirt magic.
And I ain't
Using
I ain't
that.
know
Well,
nothing
no,
about
sickness
dirt
is-
magic.
What are germs? Everyone knows sickness is spread by miasma.
God.
And cats.
I
Fucking Kevin,
Just go.
fucking Kevin.
asshole.
God, what a jerk.
What a dickhead.
I mean,
Do you want the knife or not?
I'm gonna yeah. Let's give Meatball our blood and go ahead and take a short rest. Heal up.
Karn is just gonna stick his left palm out toward Chime. Just say, just to do it. Meatball, do you have any fantasy snack cakes just in case we start crashed?
He looks around Frisberdero's office and gets like a small box like in a drawer and lifts the top up, and there's like some small pastries that are shaped like fir trees and they have like white frosting on them, and they're like decorated with like little red and green lines.
All right.
Oh, sweet, small Devonus.
I'm
I
gonna
was gonna suggest Carl eat
as-
some boot nuts.
as Meatball is like looking around for this, I'm gonna look at Karn and be like, you get stabbed all the time and you're asking for a snack preemptively for this one?
Yeah, but it's the anticipation. Plus, I'm just.
You just hungry?
Well,
Okay, all right, whatever. I'm
Just
gonna
cut me.
yeah, okay. Do you
Just
shut
cut
your
me.
eyes first?
I'm just gonna glare at Chime. So it's like, please do it.
Okay, what I'm gonna count for you. Okay, 1, 2, and on 2 I'm gonna cut him.
Ah, such.
You're welcome.
I'm like I want to already be done in the background while they're
While that's all happening.
yeah.
Yep.
You're just like watching the children bicker.
Meatball gets like a little label and attaches it to your vial and like draws a circle and puts 2 little horns on it. And then like looks at you and like looks a little sheepish, like, oh sorry, and like starts to write, puts a J in the middle of the circle. He's like, oh, that probably would have been like the better idea to begin with. You know, heat of the moment. And it's like, what do I see? Anyway, sorry. Sorry, Rosa.
I'm gonna you know how bulls will like slide their feet back like they're getting ready to charge. I'm just gonna do that once.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm just gonna laugh. I'm just gonna laugh. Like diffusing the situation type laugh. I'm just kidding.
He
Mario's leaving one of those little things for him.
he hands him the vial.
Oh, okay. All right. So, sorry. Go ahead.
When Karn has the blood in his, he puts the label on and then just writes a K on it. And looks so proud of himself.
So, Meatball, tell us a little bit more about the teleportation type that we have and these anchors that, like, you're helping Professor build here.
Okay. So these basically are looking for particular, they're more or less 3-dimensional runes, if that makes a lot of sense. So whenever you are programming into the device itself, it's having it communicates with these 3-dimensional runes, and these 3-dimensional runes that we program into the device itself are actually unique. Now, sometimes certain different places are perhaps naturally attuned to have their own type of runes, and I was able to decipher those through some books I found long ago, and then was able to confirm my research in the mines, as those seem to be a very ancient place and are exceptionally close to the plane of Earth. That's also part of it. I don't think this system would work in the old continent. This continent itself is very close to all kinds of different planar doors, I suppose is the best way of saying it to you all. The planes themselves will sometimes attempt to bleed into our own plane, but these doors keep them fully away, but you're able to traverse them at certain points. And again, this the handlebar mines themselves are very close to the plane of Earth, making that traversal very easy. But as we continue to build a network of these anchor points, we'll be able to travel quickly across this entire continent. And my hope is if we can build one that's big enough and strong enough and powerful enough, we can at least get one point on the old continent. And those that wish can go home. And those that want to travel here quickly don't have to face the risks that, well, that we faced. I lost a lot of friends that day, and I'm always really grateful that you all saved me. I don't think I told you that enough. We're gonna see this through. Whatever I can do. I just wish I could have said thank you to Ken one more time. No.
You'll see him again eventually.
He's not dead.
Oh!
Oh, you don't... Oh, he doesn't know.
So where
No.
is he?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
I just assumed since he wasn't with you that...
No.
Oh, that's such a relief.
He's not dead. No.
He's not on this
It's-
plane.
Yeah, you're familiar with
Wait, what?
gods of justice, right?
Yeah, but they were all corrupted by Dragonbane. He was bragging about it, using them as his own personal enforcers.
Well, there's a new god of justice in town,
What?
and he's a duck.
Boy, howdy! I can't. But so wait. Ken Duckian is the god of justice?
And Howard Duckian is the god of hospitality. So
Oh, like a little tear comes out of Meatball's eye. He just everything sucked lately, and it was just about time we had a win. I'm really glad to hear that. But what's the process of becoming a god anyway? Like, is there an application I can fill out?
hell if I know.
If I had that opening, I would have already taken it.
I think you'd make a good god, James.
Wait, what are you applying for, James?
What?
Like which one?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
If you were a god, what would you be the god of?
Safe passage.
Oh.
I don't know.
What about the rest of you? I'm just curious now.
Ooh, no. Successful evil hunts. Hunts against evil. Evil things. That's what I would like to be a god of.
Forest animals.
Like squirrels.
I love squirrels also, yes.
Oh, god, squirrels are so great.
Mhm.
Well, I guess I'd never really thought about it before.
Thieves.
Hmm. I can see that.
Maybe
Well-
be a god of knowledge, knowledge that winds up saving you a lot of embarrassment at the end of a night where you're awkwardly trying to hide the fact that you were raised in a monastery.
So social knowledge?
God of social cues. There we go.
I love
I
that.
don't. Hmm.
So
Okay.
sorry. How big is the anchor point again? It's pretty big, right?
Yeah, I'd say like just for a reference for us, like the size of like 2 refrigerators probably.
Okay.
About like that, like full size refrigerators that we have in our homes now, like that size.
So is there any way, Meatball, to teleport with one of these things? Take an anchor, yeah. Gesundheit.
Oh, you can keep talking. I was just telling you I was not going to answer as Meatball because I was getting snot out of my nose.
Got it.
We're all
Is
just
it-
staring at you, blowing your nose. It's fine.
So what I'm wondering is, can the teleportation, like the diameter, can the portal size be adjusted?
I think with a
can
little.
one of these anchors go through it safely?
Oh. I'm certain we can adjust the size of the portal itself, but
Would teleporting with an anchor point ever be useful?
well, it would be useful for certain. It would allow us to have one point where we build the anchor points and then we can distribute them throughout places we believe they need to be teleported. My concern is...
But we can't get to that place unless there's we can't teleport there unless there's an anchor point there. So
Well, we
maybe
could do like daisy chain. You teleport to one place and then you don't have to move the anchor point quite as far.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
But I don't know. To me, that kind of feels like dividing by 0, Like
Mhm.
you're trying to
Feels like, what?
dividing by 0.
What?
Dividing by 0.
Yeah,
I get that
you can't
part.
do that.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, I got it. Here we go. I have 0 cookies. and
Right.
I'm going to share them with my 0 friends. How many cookies does each non-existent friend get?
0.
Well, no, there's not even friends to distribute them to. Because I don't have...
Well, this is a dumb question.
Well, we're your friends, and I'm sorry, you have 0 cookies. That was because I wanted them for the blood draw.
Oh, but
I love
just
these himbo moments.
it's just like a matter of you're doing teleportation magic, but you're trying to transport teleportation magic through teleportation magic. So is it just going to collapse upon itself and cause like a infinite vortex of transportation and teleportation? And oh god, what's that going to do to the time? And I guess I don't know.
So
But
what I'm
a little-
hearing is don't cross the streams.
Yeah, kinda until the end where you have to cross the streams because that's how you defeat the giant marshmallow.
Imagine every proton spontaneously combusting.
What
Same
about
point.
dogs and cats living together?
Mass hysteria.
Did you tell them about the Twinkie?
Sorry. Ghostbusters references, in case anyone doesn't get that. That's fantastic classic. Anyways, okay, interesting. Okay, so
So I guess the answer is I don't know, and I'm a little nervous to experiment because if
totally, yeah.
if I don't know, then we could, I don't know, cause a great big bad thing to happen.
I'd
Or it
say
could just
we're
be-
sorry. Go ahead, Karn.
Or it could just be just like the anchor point continuously falling out of one portal and into another. I'll draw a diagram for you here. Now the first portal is orange colored, and the second portal is blue colored.
Okay, go on.
And I guess it
And
just
then-
continuously like falls through, but I don't know. I am not a scientist.
Did you just say science station?
Karn talk good.
Okay, so I can't think of a use case where this would help us now. So I'm gonna agree with you that I don't think that that's an experiment that should be done right now. However, once the world is safe again and all that stuff, that might be something that might be lucrative for you.
I like it. Don't worry, I'll give you partial credit on the discovery if it works.
I'll take partial ownership. I'll take 5%.
3.5.
Done. Do you think I'm gonna argue with the gnome?
Portal jokes are definitely still good for 2023. Portal jokes will always work. With
As
your
long-
Ryan.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Meatball. Does anybody else have any questions for Meatball? Or
What would you be the god of, Meatball?
He ponders for just a second and then perks up. I would be the god of inspiration. You have that moment and you get out of the tub because you've been soaking in the tub for 3 hours because you've had this problem and you haven't been able to figure it out. And you get out of the tub and you almost slip on a bar of soap and fall back in and you almost hit your head, but you don't. And you're like, oh man, it's simple. You add wings to a boat and then all your friends get hurt, but at least you made it here and made new friends.
that was a sad story, Meatball.
Yeah, but if I could inspire others and hey,
That's a good story. I like that story.
every time something major happens, I mean, it's just advancement takes sacrifice, and all my friends knew what they were doing. I just never want to have somebody that doesn't know they're about to make a sacrifice be forced into it, you know? But it's required for us to advance. It just is. Just like you all, saving the world. You're sacrificing families and lives and a sense of normalcy for people who don't know you. And that's pretty great.
And normal's overrated anyways.
Karn, I think that might be the wisest thing you've ever said.
I know, I'm
Kidding
scared too.
me? Okay, whatever. You all. Whatever.
Meatball, question for you. Any guess as to how long the whole magic analysis will take?
It depends on what else is going on in the lab. It's kind of an advanced thing. It requires a couple of wizards to cast some spells. I'm still owed a couple of favors, so I don't know, a day or two, maybe 3. It kind of
Okay.
also depends on the results and what kind of magic you have in your blood.
Okay, just curious.
Yeah,
Should we all be doing this?
I don't know if you want to. I promise I
like
will
I
not cook
don't-
with your blood.
Thank you. Good to know. I feel like I don't have a lot of magic potential, but I don't know, Rosa. If you want to do it, Rosa, I'll do it with you.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, I
That's
wipe
right.
my knife off on my pants.
will
Rosa,
clean my
you want to go
needle and-
first?
I will clean my needle
Yeah.
and hand it to Rosa. Oh, never. Sorry, I thought you were using the knife on yourself. My bad. Go ahead.
No, I was wiping Karn's blood off of.
Oh,
off of
Meatball, you
it
got an
on
extra
my
vial
pants.
before I make this cut?
Oh yeah, he looks around and there's one with like a blue liquid in it, and he uncorks it and takes a big smell. He's like, and he just pours it out on the ground, blows in it a little bit. Yeah, I'll do. And then let's see, he finds like a beaker instead of like a vial, but like I guess more of a flask, like the.
And how much of that are you expecting me to fill?
Whatever you can get in there is probably good. I don't know. He points like pretty low. He's like, yeah, about there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Chime and Rosa are the two smallest party members.
Look, checking blood is not an exact science. I don't know. It's a quasi science, a pseudoscience, like astrology. Except no, there's more
neoscience.
science. Oh, a neoscience. That's a better word.
Well, Rosa has hers filled up. She gives it back to Meatball.
All right.
I guess I wipe the knife off on my pants again, and then I do me.
All right.
And then I'm gonna look at Karn and be like, I'm just gonna look at Karn.
He puts a C on Chime's little label, and he puts a little heart with an R in it for Rosa. She likes
I'm gonna
girls.
waggle my eyebrows at Rosa.
Why are you staring at us?
I'm in my head. I'm thinking I'm no longer sure he's not going to cook with my blood, but it's okay.
Correct me. I can't remember. Is there an anchor point in the Handlebar Mines?
There is.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
the original anchor point.
I couldn't remember if there was one there or if we just teleported away from there. And I knew that once we got there, we couldn't come back because A, there wasn't an anchor point, and B, the portals are one way, right?
I think the anchor point was already there, and he told you how to get back. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
you
like
didn't-
you can't go through the portal, grab something, and walk back.
correct. Portals are
Right.
one way for sure. You have to open a second portal to go back.
Yeah, I think we were having some fuel issues at that point.
Yeah.
So, oh, by the way, I'm gonna go ahead and mark the loot list because I think it has the number of those things. I will update that when I find it.
Number of gym monies.
Yeah, Jiminy's.
Good money.
Jiminy.
But anyways, yeah. That I think that I don't know if I have any other questions at the moment. I think what are we doing, gang? What's our next move?
I guess we gotta wait on Professor Dayro to wait. Hold on.
Yeah, right now we're waiting on the magic analysis of all of our blood, and then Dr. Dayro and Meatball to work on their next project once she's had some sleep.
And we're waiting on Mo Steps stuff about the egg. I wouldn't mind a bath.
Are we just gonna hang out for a couple days?
I mean, if something presents itself, we are the group that runs at it first, so
That's true. I'm okay with that.
might be smart to get some extra rest in before what could be a very big fight.
Yeah. I think what I'm gonna do is I've got the ring of spell storing, and sorry, this is just kind of in general. I think we're talking in general now. Like, are we just gonna talk about a couple days? Is that cool, Donald?
Absolutely.
Okay. Is there
Tell you-
anything that you want that you need to interrupt us for or anything?
I don't think so. I think you all can go ahead and talk about what you're doing. Oh, I'm just going to assume you're going to spend a couple days in Brownstone and wait for all these results to come back, and we can cover all of those in our next session. And y'all can discuss what you're doing those days, and we'll pick up our next session after y'all have done all that in a couple days. Does that work for y'all?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Perfect. Do we want to just go like in order, saying what you do for the next couple days, or do y'all want to discuss it? Like, what makes you all the happiest?
I think I don't know if I know everything that I want to do, but I definitely know at least one thing that I want to do. Is this something that we figure out and talk about at the beginning of next session?
We absolutely can do that.
Is that what do you guys think? Do you all want to think about it a little bit more? Use our Discord to kind of talk things out, plan things out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because we'd still be in like contact doing stuff. It's not like our big month jumps.
Yeah, I think I would like that. I think I would like to plan that, and then we'll let you know what that is so that you can plan for the next session a little bit. I think, if that helps.
You think I'm gonna plan?
Planning.
Okay, have things in your brain. So if you get an idea on something, then you know.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
already
yeah.
in your brain.
Yeah, that's totally fine. We can absolutely do that. That works for me. I think it's fun that you think I might plan at some point. Oh, that's great. All right. Okay. Do y'all feel good about today? Do you? I think it's a good time to end it for us, and it's a couple minutes early, but
I do.
I really have to pee. So
That's
that
unfortunate.
I mean, it means I'm hydrated. I've been drinking water, so I've been drinking water all day.
It's good.
Hydration is happiness.
Hydration makes the dream work. All right. I was like, kind of like, should we raid someone tonight? Let's take a quick look and maybe raid somebody new. Let's just maybe throw one out there because I can stay up a little later since I don't have to work tomorrow. No,
Yeah.
I did have quotes due tomorrow apparently, but I just took care of those today.
Yeah.
Mistake.
And we will not be KFD&Ding next week. It'll be in 2 weeks, correct?
As long as we're in town. Let me look at the calendar.
Yes, we'll be back by then.
Yeah, because this is the regular week.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So our
December 6th.
next session will be December 6th.
I do plan to stream next week. I'm not sure if it will be Tuesday or Wednesday, but I will be fundraising for Clean Kentucky.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, Tim, maybe we could do something together.
I wouldn't mind that at all.
Okay, yeah, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
I think I'm really tired because I was looking through all the Dungeons and Dragons streamers and I was scrolling down as I do to like look for a smaller number of viewers. And I'm like, oh, they look a lot like ours. Like the layout. It's ours. It's our layout that I saw. And I was like, oh, it looks just like us. Yeah.
Wow, what a coincidence.
So similar.
What a great choice.
Welcome to KFD&D Inception.
Let's head over to. I like to go. Okay. They're in Portuguese, and I do not speak Portuguese. So we're going to head over to Gandalf 421.
Oh.
Gandalf he'd be smoking that.
Or should we go to
Like
Dungeon?
weed.
Let's do.
Does love the Hobbit's weed.
Sure. We'll go to Dungeon Master CA. That might be Canada. That might be California. We'll find out. We'll find out together. So let's raid over there and just see how this goes. We haven't blind raided someone in a while, and it's 50-50.
No
on how that-
guarantees about the community we're going into, but we
Yeah.
hope and plan for it to be good because it's D&D.
Yeah, I mean, we'll just say hi. So we'll be back. We'll be back next week. Jillian will do something for Glean. Will we do a second stream? I don't know, but probably not. Because I think with the holidays, we're both pretty low on spoons. And streaming doesn't quite give me the energy that it used to. But I think a lot of that's because I spend too much time staring at a computer right now. Anyway, here's Wonderwall. So we're gonna head
Oh,
over
wait,
to.
wait, Bethany?
Wait,
Wait.
check the Discord for pre-order forms for the pinup calendar.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
did not
It
make
is
that
pinned in the
command.
general channel. Jesus Christ, I can't speak. Pinned in the general channel. I'm gonna be sending out the first round of invoices here soon, and then the second round will go out on the 30th for everyone that I didn't get the first time. So pre-orders end on the 30th, and that's the only way I can guarantee that you will have a calendar.
Mhm.
And
We
of
can't
course,
wait for her.
the art is on the order form, and I think it's posted in Discord and a couple of different places. So check that out. It's all fantastic. As
It's
you
amazing.
all know.
It's amazing. Go check out the scars picture. Tell us what you think.
On a scale of
incorporating
1 to 10.
Scars' arm games are.
On a scale of 1 to Arnold, where do scars?
He's a Dolph. Definitely a Dolph.
Oh,
All right. Y'all have a wonderful night. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and we will see you all next week. Night, y'all.
not
Bye.
everyone.
Night.